Hey everyone, it is day 4 of our challenge, and today we're going to crank it up a little bit and get the heart rate going with cardio and core. So we're going to do this in a little bit of a HIIT style and do a little bit of intervals in between. So every time we get to the intervals, you have jack and squat combo. If you're not jumping today, your alternative is to side tap and squat, right? Side tap and squat. That is your plan B in case you don't want to do any impact today. Otherwise, if you're ready to get going, we're going to jump it out. Ready, set, go. Up and down. Dropping the heels. Sink your bum. Abs are braced. And if for whatever reason you don't want to raise the arms overhead, all good. You can keep the arms down lower. Make sure to breathe. You're going to need the oxygen. Keep coming. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Right, make your way onto your back. We're going to interlock the fingers, support the head and neck, and your feet and knees are together here. Make sure you can see the elbows to the sides of your eyes. Take a breath in to prepare, and we're going to breathe out to curl up, sliding your chest bone to your pubic bone. Breathing in and lower back down. Breathing out to curl up, breathing in and lower down. And exhale, curl up, and inhale, lengthen back. So just taking these first few to make sure that you are curling using your abs. You're not pulling on the head and neck here. So let the head rest heavy into your hands as you do these. Right, we're going to add on now. So you're going to curl up and butterfly the knees out to the sides. And then you lengthen back and the legs come back together. Breathing out, curl, knees open. Breathing in, everything returns. Alright, keep it coming. We're going to do 3, 2, 1 more. Hold it here. Then you're going to reach through the gap. We're going to do tiny little pulses. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen all the way back just for a second. You know you're going to get very many breaks in these because they're quick, you've got to get over and done with. So, you're going to now curl up again, sliding ribs to hips. This time your legs are up in even closer than the tabletop, right? I'm going to reach around and take hold of my right leg, right? I'm coming around to the outside of the ankle, so just have that in mind. The other leg is going to extend away. The lower you go to the floor, the more challenging this is going to be. Right here, this is our single leg stretch. So we're going to switch the legs and switch and switch. Switch, and now find a rhythm and a pace. I like to breathe out for 2 and then breathe in for 2, making sure that you can keep your body absolutely steady, no doubts here. If you're feeling any neck strain, you can relax the head and shoulders back down to the floor and just do the legs. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release. Again, another little second. Right here, we're going to roll onto the side. That was your second, by the way. That's all you get. Here, we're going to roll onto our side. Now, we're going to keep the bottom leg grounded, just for the first one. And then we're going to extend the top leg. Here, you're going to open up to the ceiling, hold. If that's feeling okay, you can stay here. If it's not, you can just make any adjustments necessary, right? We want to make sure that the whole forearm presses down, the elbows on the shoulder. Once you're there, let's do some little dips. So I'm not rolling my body here, I'm literally taking the hips up and down, and up and down. If these are feeling okay, you can of course do them up onto your feet. The foot of the top leg is in front of the bottom leg. We're gonna go for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Now we're gonna pass through center. So both forearms are down under the line of your shoulders. And here we do another little rotation to face the back. Now we're going to keep the bottom leg down, or lift it up. We do those little hip dips again. Again, if it's feeling okay, you can extend both legs. Keep the dips going. 4, 3, 2, 1, pass through center and up you get, because we have round 2 of our circuit. So we're going to jump and squat, jump and squat. Right, remember your plan B. If you're not jumping, side tap and squat, side tap and squat. So you can mix it up and do either option at any time. And of course you need to breathe, because breath is life, is nourishment and rejuvenation for your cells. It also means energy for your body, so you can push through that a little bit more. And one more. Okay. Let's now come back to our planks, right? So you've got the forearms down. You don't have to have the, what I like to call the genie arms position. You can now do whatever feels comfortable for your shoulder. We're going to walk the knees back a little bit, and here find a long line. Now if you want to stay on your knees, by all means stay here. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, we're going to come up onto the toes. Now, the belly is lifted, the ribs are lifted. Here we're going to work little taps. So you're going to tap down to the floor and then lift back up. Tap down to the floor, lifting back up. Now if you're on knees, these look the exact same, it's just the reverse. Yeah, so you're coming from the floor instead of from up the top. No wobbling of the hips. We're going to keep the hips super steady and square to the floor at all times. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Right, we come all the way down to the floor and making your arms out to the sides. Right, so legs are nice and long here. Your arms are straight out in line with your shoulders. Just going to slide your shoulders back towards the hips. Eyes looking straight down to the floor. Right, when you are ready, we're going to lift the arms up to the ceiling and then lower back down. And lifting up to the ceiling and then lower back down. So this is just a little tester, making sure that the back is starting to switch on a little bit. Keep your breath flowing. Remember, oxygen is nourishment and energy for the body. Right. So we're going to touch down. Now that your back is a little bit more awake, you're going to find the corners of your mat. So the toes point down to the bottom corners and your hands point up to the top corners. They're probably past it, right? But just know that those are the lines that we're looking for. Again, you're going to plug the shoulders back down towards the hips, making sure your neck is nice and long. thumbs are turned up to the ceiling. We're going to start with opposite arm to legs. So you're going to lift up and you're reaching out long on that diagonal line. Then we touch back down and swap it over. Big long reach and we touch back down. Big long reach and touching back down. So no wobbling off the hips are going to stay heavy and grounded. You should feel both hip bones and your pubic bone touching down into your mat. You're also going to try and keep your shoulders square. Right, so we're not rotating out here and throwing ourselves around. Everything is super controlled. Everything is done intentionally rather than you just flopping it out. Right, so if the single leg is feeling okay, you want to stay here, then stay. If you want more challenge, we're going to double up. Both arms, both legs lifting up, and then you lower back down. So this is your nice big starfish, right? I'm going to stretch out long, and then touching down. So the back should be starting to get a little bit of heat in there. And 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Right, we're going to bring the hands right by the chest, and here you're going to use your nice big hand rest to push yourself up into your plank. Right, again, we're coming into the long line, and from here we're going to do just a little side lunge. So you bring the foot out to the side and center, out to the side and center, and again you can do this on your knees if you want to. We're only going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now walk your feet into your hands, come all the way back up. Let's do round 3 of our HIIT. Ready? The jack and squat. You know what you're in for now. You know your options. So choose whatever suits your body and your energy levels. Remember, you can always come back to this video at another time, and you may be able to push a little harder. Or maybe today's the day. Maybe today is the day you push that a little bit harder. We have 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1. We are coming back down to the floor. Whew. Hurry up, right? So, from here, you're up nice and tall. We're going to tilt back from the pelvis, drawing the belly into the spine and finding quite a nice deep C curve. Right, you're going to hold it here. Finding this position, we're going to float one leg up and then touch down. And then the other leg floats up and we touch down. Keep the breath flowing. We keep scooping the belly in, don't let that go. We stay in the C shape. But your arms and your shoulders can be a little bit more relaxed here, right? They're just kind of out of the way, so you're not tempted to use them. We're going to do one more on each leg. And then you can come all the way up. Just take one breath, that's your recovery. Breathing out, we're going to scoop in through the belly and C curve. Now this time, palms are facing down to the floor. We're going to take one arm up and then return, and then change. Other arm up and return. Now only go as high as you can keep the C shape in the body. What I mean by that is if when you take the arm up, everything starts to extend. It's not going to feel very comfortable on your body, so try and keep the C curve. If you don't lift quite as high, that's okay, no doubt. You'll be feeling the abs working anyway. Alright, now if you want more of a challenge, you're going to double up the arms. Both arms lift, both arms lower. And again, you might not go up as high, there's twice as much weight now that your abs need to control. So know your range and work within your limitations. Better to do smaller movements or less reps with control than bigger, jerkier movements that take you out of alignment. Right, we go. 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself back in. Take 1 second to breathe. Right, this time your legs are long. You're going to cross the right leg over the left. Hands are clasped. Now, if you've for some reason done the opposite leg, you're going to be rotating to whichever leg is on top. Right, so just have that in mind before we start. Your shoulders can relax, your arms are going to stay long. Here we're going to take a breath in and we breathe out to twist towards whichever leg is on top. In that case, it's my right, I'm going to my right. Then I come back to center and lift, and I go again. Exhale, twist, inhale, back up. Exhale, twist, inhale, back up. Now we have 4 more on this side. 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Come on back up to center. You can relax the arms just for that second while you change your legs over. Right, so make sure that you've got your opposite leg on top now. In my case, that's my left. I reset up nice and tall, and let's go again. Breathing out, now you're twisting to the left. If you have your left leg on top, breathing in, back to center. Breathing out, twist, breathing in, we're back up. And again. Remember, your arms are going to stay straight, and they will move when your body does. Your body is leading the way. Now, if I'm counting correctly, we have 5 left. On this side, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up and release. Now, lucky last one to finish. We're going to get right into the low belly. So you're going to lie right onto your back, arms are by your sides. You're going to bring the legs up to more or less a tabletop, and again you're going to cross the right ankle over the left. Now this isn't actually really about the legs, but having that squeeze of the thighs together is going to help you connect into your low tummy. So let's go. You're going to curl into the belly and try and take the knees up to the ceiling. Curl and lift. And curl and lift. Breathe. See if you can keep the knees reaching up, and see if you can keep your thighs squeezing together. Last one on this side. All right, we're going to swap the legs around, and again find that squeeze so your inner thighs, your ankles are just slightly crossed over. Now let's go. We're going to do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, keep the head down, 2, last 1, and release. Well done guys, hope you've got a little bit of sweat going on. I will see you tomorrow for our lucky last day of the challenge. I can't believe it's almost over already.